Hi, this is Connie Giordano with Walking in Truth Ministry. Join me now as I deliver this stirring message from God's holy word. In Galatians 5:7-8, the Apostle Paul said, "Ye did run well. Who did hinder you, that ye should not obey the truth? This persuasion cometh not of him that calleth you." Here Paul depicts the Christian life as a race, meaning that you are not to stand still after conversion, but to make daily progress in your walk with the Lord. This same concept is further brought out in 1 Corinthians 9:24 and Hebrews 12:1, where he says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain." Let us run with patience the race that is set before us. The Christian is to run in such a way that he may obtain the prize of glory, the crown incorruptible, the crown that will last forever. That is the victory of eternal salvation. He is to run that he may obtain. This describes the clear and definite object that he must always have in view. Then in Hebrews 12:1, Paul depicts the manner in which the Christian is to run that he may obtain. He says that he is to run with patience. That can be described in several ways. First of all, to run with patience is to run according to rule. It is to keep within the prescribed limits, to be guided implicitly by the oracles of God, and to strictly conform to God's requirements. Secondly, to run with patience is to run with steadfast perseverance and well-directed exertion, not allowing your enthusiasm to decline. Thirdly, to run with patience is to run without allowing yourself to be hindered by any obstructions. Getting back to our original text, in Galatians 5:7, we cannot help but notice that Paul said to the believers, "Ye did run well." Did you notice that he used the past tense? You did run well, not you are running well, but you did run well. What is implied is that they began the Christian life with passion and zeal. They set out well at first. They made a good start. Said another way, they eagerly embraced the truth. It changed their lives. They strove to conform their conduct to its high moral teachings. Consequently, they were genuine, active, and useful Christians. But something happened. Paul then asks them, "Ye did run well. Who did hinder you?" In other words, who stopped you? Who drove you back? Who cut in on you as to jostle you and throw you out of the way? Who threw a block in your way? It could only have happened with your consent. Look at you now. You have turned aside from the truth. You are disobedient. You are not submitting to the true gospel way. You have embraced dangerous errors. Who did hinder you that ye should not obey the truth? Paul went on to say, "This persuasion cometh not of him that calleth you." In other words, This new opinion to which you are yielding is not of God. This new belief that you are embracing does not emanate from God, but from an enemy. This persuasion is opposed to the will of God. This loss of truth can be traced back to an unhealthy corruption of your mind. O Christian, as we look upon the Galatians, we cannot help but stop and ask you the following questions. How are you running your race? What would be said of you? Have you allowed someone to turn you from the truth? Have you embraced a certain persuasion whereby now you find yourself living a life of compromise? Can it be said of you what Paul said to the Galatians? Ye did run well. Who did hinder you that you should not obey the truth? If that be the case with you, cry out to Jesus to forgive you and help you. Come back to the truth of his word. Reject all demonically inspired advice, no matter who is suggesting it. Give yourself wholly to God, then run your race while staying within the prescribed limits that are found in the Word of God. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus and do not allow yourself to be hindered again by anyone or anything. Let your testimony be as Paul's when he said in 1 Corinthians 9:26, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly. You have a definite goal before you. That is the victory of eternal salvation. Like Paul, do not allow anyone or anything to deter your progress in reaching it.